Election day draws closer, there are still some people who haven't cast their vote. While we all have issues that matter to us, active duty soldiers have a different perspective on things when it comes to choosing their commander-in-chief. 25 News reporter Leah McNeil is here to tell us what's on the minds of some soldiers and veterans as they head to the polls. Leah?
When I no different from anyone else, soldiers tell me they're concerned about the economy, the coronavirus response, and even the ongoing racial tension. But with the added anxiety of being deployed at any moment, one veteran tells me it's a feeling he'll never forget.
And I chose to serve in a difficult time, and we're going through a difficult time again.
After serving in the Army for over 2 decades and being deployed to Vietnam and North Korea, Dr. Jeffrey Kirk says he remembers always being on edge, waiting for that call to go and serve his country.
We kind of, sort of, are always in the mode of preparing for the inevitable deployment because it's coming. You just don't know when or why or where. And of course, you're kind of tied to national and international events.
It's a call all active duty soldiers await. Dr. Kirk says it's one of the many concerns soldiers consider when they head to the polls to pick a commander-in-chief, especially with the ongoing conflict overseas.
Nearly 20 years in Afghanistan and 17 years in Iraq, and those folks are just starting to come home.
There's a lot of war weariness with these continual military commitments. Both candidates want to be able to draw down forces in Afghanistan and elsewhere. But their approach to doing that is a little bit different.
With a background in foreign policy and military history, Jerry Jones says both President Trump and Joe Biden have made their point clear as it relates to deploying military personnel.
President Trump has been very consistent in wanting to do that sooner rather than later. Mr. Biden is more reluctant about a timetable, calling for at least a modest force there for anti-terrorism work and that kind of thing.
If you're looking at a candidate in particular, you're looking for someone who, again, kind of espouses your views, your values, your understanding of how the world works.
Funding is also one thing that active duty soldiers tell me that they prioritize, and they want their commander-in-chief to prioritize to make sure they have everything they need to protect this country, as well as secured benefits for their family members if they do end up paying the ultimate sacrifice. For now, live in Killeen, Leah McNeil, 25 News.